Okay, so as I mentioned previously, to find the equation of the line of symmetry, we're going to take the quadratic formula and we're going to eliminate the determinant, leaving us with x equals negative b over 2a. This will be the equation of our line of symmetry once we plug the numbers in. So for our line of symmetry, we're going to go ahead and put x equals negative, and what's our b? Well, there is no b term here. There is no x that's not squared. So our b must be 0. And then that's over 2 times a, and the coefficient that's not written on the x squared is a 1, so 2 times 1. So now we have x equals negative 0 over 2, which of course is just x equals 0. Now, to find the coordinates of the vertex, I need to plug that back into the original equation and solve for y. So now I have y equals 0 squared minus 4. Well, 0 squared is, of course, 0, and then we're left with y equals 4. So the coordinates of my vertex are 0, 4. Now I need to find an x and the y-intercept. And guess what? I already have my y-intercept because I know that when x equals 0, y equals 4. My y-intercept is 4. But I still need to find the x-intercept. Let me go ahead and write this out. So we want an x-intercept and a y-intercept. My y-intercept, I already know. When x equals 0, y is 4. So my y-intercept, my y-intercept occurs at 0, 4. There's only one of them. Let's see what my x-intercept is. To find that, I need to now plug in 0 for y and solve for x. So now I have, and let me change colors again here, 0 equals, and my original equation was x squared minus 4. X squared minus 4, and I am now going to solve for x to find what my x-intercept is. So in this case, we can factor this as a special product. If you know the pattern, you don't need to use the box, but you can use the box if you don't know the pattern. I'm going to use the pattern, and it factors as 0 equals x plus 2 times x minus 2. We can now take this equation and break it in half into 2 equations to be able to solve. One of those is 0 equals x plus 2, and the other one is 0 equals x minus 2. Let's go ahead and solve the 2 of these. So here, I'll subtract 2 from both sides, giving me x equals negative 2. Over here, I'll add 2 to both sides, and that'll give me x equals positive 2. So now let's go over to our t-chart. Oh, and I haven't put in the vertex yet. So our vertex is 0, 4. Let's put that in. we don't have to put in, oh, and I need to put in here, my x-intercepts are at 0, -2, and 0, +2. And we need to put those into the t-chart now. So I have an intercept at 0, +2, and an intercept at 0, oops, back up. Let me fix this. I did it. Sweet. I hope that some of you guys caught my mistake here. Let me fix this. So it is not x that equals 0, it is y. So we are at 2, 0, and -2, 0. So now let's come back here to our t-chart, and we're going to put in for 2, we'll put in 0, and for -2, we'll put in 0. Okay, we need some more points. Okay, so let's go ahead and try, let's try 3 and see what that looks like. And then we'll also try -3. So let's start with 3. Let's rewrite our original equation. Y equals x squared minus 4. Y equals x squared minus 4. And we will go ahead and solve here. For x, we will plug in 3. So we've got y equals 3 squared minus 4. And here, back up, one at a time. Now we're going to see what we get. When we square 3, we get 9. So that equals 9. And 9 minus 4, y equals 5. So over here we can plug in a 5. Something's wrong. I see my mistake. Same mistake a lot of you guys make. I lost a negative sign. My vertex isn't at 0, 4, it's at 0, -4. I lost this negative sign right here. So let me fix it over here. So it's at -4. Notice that that means that I need to change this one to negative. Okay. And for that matter, down here to my y-intercept, it's negative there as well. Now back to my t-chart. I'm sorry for the mistake. I hope I didn't confuse anybody too much. So now we're going to plug in a -3. So y equals -3 squared minus 4. Well, -3 squared is also 9, and 9 minus 4 is, of course, 5, so y equals 5, and I get the same thing over here at 5. Now, this is a sufficient number of points to sketch a graph. Typically, you need a minimum of 3 points. 5 points is better. The more points you have, the more accurate you can be. But as long as you've got the vertex and 1 or 2 points on either side of the vertex, you probably got enough to sketch the graph. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like now. So first of all, I've got 0 and -4 here. Let me do it this way. 0, -4 is right there. And then at both 2 and -2, y equals 0. So let's put those in. So at 2, y is 0, and at negative 2, y is 0. And then another set of points. At both 3 and negative 3, y is 5. So here at negative 3y is 5, and over here at positive 3y is 5. Now I will attempt to sketch this graph in. Let's see how bad I do. Not too bad, I guess. And you get the idea.